Yo, 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 what up? Grateful for another maggot-free day above the dirt. This Dharma talk is renunciation part one, specifically focusing on reactive practice of renunciation. So we renunciate because we want to weaken our harmful conditioned thinking so that we don't trigger it and act out in habitual, unskillful reactivity. Now, that said, I want to clarify something because to weaken harmful conditioned thinking, what we're really doing is weakening our habitual, reactive acting out of attachment to the thinking. So in other words, the thinking is embedded, ingrained in a neural passageway. We don't weaken that. What we weaken is our triggering of it and our attachment to it once we trigger, and then the rumination of it. So we're weakening that habitual reactivity to latch on to that thought when it rises. To weaken this, we actually have to be acting out in a harmful, unskillful way. I know that might not make much sound sense to you right now, but bear it out. If the opportunity to act out is not present, then we're really not weakening anything. Even if it's the first thought, the first millisecond of a thought, I want to do this, it's still a trigger that we have to not attach to or break attachment to, but it's a trigger that's present. So what I'm saying is we're not weakening anything if there's no opportunity to be triggered, if the circumstances aren't there for us to act out, if the thinking isn't happening. So reactive renunciation practice is when we are triggered. We act out and then we have to break attachment to it. This can happen at the first millisecond of thought, as I just said, or it can be minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, even years of being attached to a particular unwholesome, unhealthy, unskillful process of thinking and acting in one respect. And the thing is, you can be doing great in all other aspects of your life, but you're attached to this one unhealthy, conditioned way of thinking, and it's creating a habitual behavior that's causing you suffering in your life. So renunciation in terms of weakening are attaching to triggering thoughts and then carrying out their unskillful actions is to learn how to break attachment to them. Now, learning to break attachment is a process. And yes, it's true that what I'm saying is Buddhist practice, not all of it, but part of it is to fuck up, deal with the consequences, learn from it, and try to not repeat that process at all, but to not try to repeat that process as easily. So maybe next time we get triggered less and we act out less and we break attachment sooner. And the more we do this, the easier it gets to do. But if this was all that Buddhist practice involved, we'd all fucking quit. Because who wants to keep taking 2 steps forward and going 3 steps backward and then 1 step forward and 4 steps back? That's not why we came to practice. There's nothing deeply fulfilling or transformative about that. We're just learning how to manage the unhealthy conditioned self. So the next video will be about proactive renunciation practice. So I hope this video was helpful, and I want you to have a grateful, maggot-free day above the dirt. Peace out.